All right, let's do the Friday night breakdown here, the Giles and Tazewell game. First, let's hit on these penalties, which was absolutely awful. It seemed like the third quarter, and somebody, I don't know if it's true or not, somebody said it took like an hour to play the third quarter. It sure seemed like it. There was flags everywhere. Every other play, there was a penalty. Like I said, I mean, every penalty, there was at least three umpires, referees, what do you want to call them, getting together, discussing whatever the penalty was, which was ridiculous. And I'm not saying every penalty they called against us was a bad penalty, not at all. Because I know one time late in the game, I think we picked the ball off, and I seen one of our guys push their guy in the back right in front of the ref, and he threw the flag. I thought, well, okay, well, that was on us, blocking the back. Well, they called holding on the guy. I'm like, do you even know what you're calling? And of course, then they got together and discussed it. First half, I don't know if it was Twaits or Tickle, who made a pretty good catch over the middle. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Twaits, but I can't remember. Over the middle, and I kind of looked away. I thought he was down, and next thing I know, they're saying it's a fumble. I don't know if it was or not. But it was a good catch, good pass. So that was good. But it was just awful umpiring crew calls. My buddy Anthony Billups, I know, once he thought there was around 10 penalties, he started counting, and I believe he told me he counted upwards of the high 30s and the 40s at that point into the game. So we're talking around 50 penalties. Somebody else I heard say that were told it was in excess of 50 plus penalties, which is ridiculous. And most of them was on Giles. I'd be willing to bet there was at least 25 on Giles. It sure seemed like it. Maybe one of the coaches could reach out to me and let me know, because I'm really curious on how many penalties it really was. Excuse me. But let's get to some of the game. But like I said, the penalties, it was just atrocious. If you was there, you seen it. If you got to listen to the game or watching online, you seen it was just one of the worst games umpiring I've ever seen in my life. But let's start off on offense. I thought we played pretty good overall. The line blocked really well, I thought. We took the first two drives and marched right down the field. I cannot remember on the first drive what happened, if we got behind the chains because of penalties and we stall drive, or if there was a turnover. I can't remember. But we should have scored there. The second series, we moved right down the field again, and I believe that was the pass that supposedly got fumbled. I don't know, but we should have scored there. It should have been 14-0. But we never could get in a good rhythm, especially the first half, because of penalties. Every 2 to 3 plays, there was a penalty. Especially if we would break one, something would happen. It seemed like there was a penalty. Now, some of them, it probably was. Others, you really have to wonder with all the flags they were throwing. Sometimes the officiating crew wants to dictate the game. And I do feel that this crew, that's what they want to do. They want to dictate the game as long as it was close. And they did. They dictated the game. They kept us out of rhythm, especially after those first two drives. Excuse me. That first half, they dictated the half. But I thought we played good. I thought the linemen blocked really well for the most part of the game. I'm so glad the coaches taught you all how to pass block, because for years we haven't had that. They've taught you all how to step back or slide, or whatever you want to call it, and get them hands up. That's good to see, because you all are doing a really good job. But there were holes there, especially the second half. I don't know if it's a butt tune at halftime or what it was, but you definitely played better the second half. Maybe it's a little bit of pride kicked in, and you all were a little pissed off at how it went. But the second half, I thought you all played a more pissed off game. And it really showed, and it looked a lot better. The running backs ran good. Antonio, you trucked somebody again, I believe, and that's what I'm going to call it, the big truck. You're the trucker, I guess, which is good. You're really filling in my opinion, to that Spartan running back. You look like that Spartan running back when you run the ball now. I think being in that weight room has really helped you. I think you have good focus right now. I said you're determined. You look good running the ball. Um, and Miller, you look good running the ball. You're hitting it up in there. Trevor, you had some great cuts cutting back across the field and some really good runs before you had to come out of the game. And hopefully that's not something that's going to be lingering, and you'll be back soon. But like I said, our backs, have run really hard, really good. Especially second half, you really start running a lot better. Of course, our line was, I thought, making more holes in. I thought y'all did play pissed off again the second half, and you looked better. But some of the penalties, the holding penalties and stuff, some of them you may have not done, probably didn't do. But they were calling. They were trying to dictate the game, this officiating crew, in my opinion. You'll get those that do that sometimes. They want to control the whole game, especially if the game is close. But I thought y'all played good. I know there was one play, Antonio threw the ball away, and people think, well, that's an awful play. Or why did he do that for? That was a great play. There was nobody open. You really couldn't run the ball because of the way where the defense was at. And so you did the smart thing. You threw it away. That's why I was saying in some other videos, if it's not there, throw it away. Live to fight another day. And you did. You lived to fight another day. You made a great decision. It's a great job, man. There was another play there. You got some pressure. I don't think you probably saw the guy, or maybe you tried to force it, and it happens. I think you may throw off your back foot a little bit. You couldn't step into it, and you threw the pick. But like I said, and when you throw the ball, interceptions are going to happen. Fumbles are going to happen. Defensive back, you're going to give up big plays. It's the nature of the game. So things like that do happen. Bounce back. And I thought you bounced back really well. I thought the line bounced back really well. I thought you guys, played really, really well. The penalties were the big problem, like I said, I don't know if all those were your all's faults. I think the officiating crew had a lot to do with that. Like I said, that first half, it really kept you out of rhythm, it seemed like. And how you go get in rhythm when every other play you're going backwards for a penalty. But y'all hung in there. You kept it, was it 7-6 at halftime, I think? I can't remember if it was 7-0 or 7-6. I think it was 7-6. And you come out the second half, much more focused, I thought. Maybe, like I said, it was the butt chewing. Maybe it's just adjustments or both. I don't know. But you all really, I feel like, turned it up. You still got all those penalties. But once you started, I think wearing them down a little bit, they had huge offensive defensive line. And you all did a lot better adjusting to that. You're getting better playing, bigger lines. As the game went on, I think y'all got a whole lot better. And I think, like I said again, I think you played a little pissed off because you didn't like the way you were playing, and that's how you should. But like I said, y'all ran really hard. Several broken tackles. So good job, really good job. The passing wasn't there a lot tonight, and you're gonna have games like that where maybe you got to pass, 20 times in a game to win. Like it was mostly running. They had a good plan, whatever, to stop the pass, and they did a fairly good job. So like I said, you all persevered really, really well tonight. You kept fighting, and good job on offense. Good job on offense. You get offense, running backs, love your linemen, because they're going to make you the holes. They're going to get you where you need to go. Linemen is like, I was a lineman. Some of your coaches have been linemen. They understand it is not a glorious job sometimes because you don't get a lot of credit. But you did a good job opening holes up. Just keep pounding. You all got to play the meanest ball out there. You got to play, and I don't mean dirty. You got to play pissed off and focused because you got to make the holes. You're hitting the biggest people out there majority of the time. So I think you're doing a good job. Pass blocking, I thought you're doing a really good job. Like I said, running backs they ran hard. It had some good runs from several of them tonight. So like I said, good job. I think as long as, like I said again, we can keep passing, uh, and doing the run both, running the weak side, and we're gonna be hard to handle. We're gonna be hard out come playoff time. But boys, you got to stay focused. I mean, it was easy tonight to come in and not be focused after the big win against Nares. There could have been a little bit of that there. It's very possible. But I thought you looked good. I thought you were focused. Maybe not as focused as Nares, because that was a big game, but you were focused. Just remember, try to play every game like it's Nares. Every game, especially as to here on out. These next couple games, there's no reason for you to lose. None at all. Coaches may not tell you, but I'm going to tell you. There's no reason if you play Spartan football, you should lose these games. But if you come in, your mindset, well, we're unbeatable, you're not focused during the week of practice, you'll get your hind ends handed to you. And you will drop in the polls. If you want to call it the polls, we'll call it the polls. Rankings, whatever. And you have a golden opportunity. It's your own destination how you want now to get home field to the playoffs. You went out, you're going to have home field to the playoffs, it looks like. Now, I could be totally wrong, but that's what it looks like. I'm not 100% sure on the point stuff, but what it looks like, I think you all would be number one seed, I think. But guys, stay focused. If that's what you want, stay focused. Again, like I say every week, play pissed off, play focused on both sides of the ball. You linemen, get after it. You running backs, remember, don't take the blow if at all possible. Lower your shoulder and run over them. I mean, knock them on their backs. Because if they got to put that line, knock them on their butts all game, then you all come through hitting them by the fourth quarter. Those guys on defense, they're not going to want any of it, and they're going to be tired, and it's really going to open it up. But overall, I thought, there was things here and there, but I'm not going to get a whole lot more. Good job on offense. Way to persevere and put the points on the board when you had to. Good job. Defense, like I said, I thought you played well. I thought you played, pretty darn good. You shut down, I think, 2 drives inside of 10. One of them was inside the 5. Maybe two of them was inside the 5, maybe. I can't remember, but I know one was on 4th and 1 from the 1, and you shut it down. You adjusted to that little, I don't know if it's a quarterback draw or what they would call it, but, you adjust that pretty good in the second half, and that's not an easy play to stop in high school football because you're outnumbered. But y'all did a really good job closing it down. Crashing them holes down they were making. Because again, they had big line. And most times, like all they were doing is pretty much standing up and screening you all off, and he's picking a hole to go through. So y'all did a really good job of adjusting. The coaches did a good job telling you where to go. But especially when it seemed like as the game went on, and the game was close after halftime, some of y'all come out really focused, and like I said, you had that pissed off edge to you, and you were flying around the ball a whole lot more. Like I said, I don't see a problem. Like I said, I think playing that pissed off ball is really good, being very focused. Penalties are going to happen, but you got to be smart on some of them. Because you can get some stupid penalties and it could cost you. So, try to be smart. Play intense, fly around the ball, play with violence the right way. Y'all are doing really good. Keep it up. There's some pass rush things there at the beginning of the season where it might be a little better than recently. But like I said, I thought Nares did a really good job on some of the blitzing, holding us up. And tonight's line was really big. So maybe a little more improvement there. But that's not slamming any of you because you young men are really playing good ball. We had several picks. Some got called back. I know at one point in the game they busted a big run, and who was it? Tickle had some great hustle and caught him down. I think maybe inside the 10. They got called back, but that's still some great hustle. And hey, that means they got to fight for at least 4 more downs to get a touchdown. So great hustle. I thought defense played pretty well. You got to keep flying the ball. But I'm not going to say a whole lot more. I'm probably about 15, 20 minutes into the video right now anyway. But guys, I mean, overall, other than the penalties, like I said, we won't go back over the penalty situation again, because who knows what were actual penalties and who knows what were the refs trying to dictate the game. But I thought, you all played overall a pretty good ball game. Some people may not look at it that way. But like I said, if you can't get any rhythm going, it's hard to get anything going, especially of our offense. And as we started putting some points on the board, which our defense made it possible to get the points on the board, the flags quit coming out as much, especially against us, it seemed like. Surprise, surprise. But then you all started getting a little rhythm when the flags weren't coming out as much, and we were scoring. And that goes back to the coaches too. It's hard for them to get in rhythm when, like I said, we're behind a chains every other play because of some penalty. But anyway, I'm sorry. That just blows my mind how many penalties tonight. I'm not saying that all was your fault. Anyway, guys, man, y'all did what you had to do. You won a game. You fought through it. Just remember, these next couple games, even after the bye, you should win. You should win. As long as you stay focused, as long as you stay intense, as always, during that week, listen to what the coaches say, stay focused, how you practice, how you go play Friday night. Don't overlook Auburn. Don't overlook the Fort Chiswell. Then Grace will be on the horizon after that. Excuse me. So guys, stay focused, listen and practice. You backups, again, pay attention. One injury could mean you're the starter. If you don't know what you're doing, the whole team could crash around you. You didn't pay attention during the week. So pay attention, listen to your coaches. Again, I think you got some good coaches. I really do. And I think you got coaches that are willing to put plays in, offense and defensive wise, both, who that gives you a chance to win. Plays that maybe we have never ran before or haven't ran in years. Guys, great win tonight. You did what you had to do. Just stay intense, stay focused, and do not overlook these next few games, please, because you could very easily slip up and lose one of them, and that could very easily knock you out of a home game come playoff time, or knock you so far down the standings you may be on the road. It could be that simple. Excuse me. But congratulations, guys. I always give a shout to my linemen on the block, and I thought you did a really good job of blocking tonight, especially considering their size. I thought defense did a good job flying around the ball. Y'all shut them down on a couple of big fourth down plays. So great job, guys. Great game plan. You can't game plan around officiating crew that wants to dictate the game. So everybody did a great job persevering, and just stay focused. Stay focused. Stay determined. Remember, play smart, but play pissed off and play intense. Defense, they get 1 yard, be pissed off. Try to make a tackle for a 2-yard loss. 15-yard gain, try to get a sack, 10-yard loss, whatever, next play. Mentality, keep that mentality at you're not going to move the ball on us. And offense, keep that mentality, you're not going to stop us. So, keep that rolling. You all have a lot more upside than I think you all realize. It all comes right there, guys, right there. So keep it together, keep it there. Don't get cocky. You haven't accomplished anything yet, nothing. Because I don't think your ultimate goal is to win a district. I don't think your ultimate goal is to win a playoff game. I think your ultimate goal is to play the second week of December for a ring. The possibility's there, but right there, keep it there. Focus and intensity. Focus and intensity. And listen to your coaches. Get prepared during the week. And come out this week at homecoming and just roll Auburn. Roll them. But guys, great job. And I will talk to y'all next week on The Breakdown.